Live from the Garden at the Monarch building in Ogden, Utah, in conjunction with Ogden City Arts, Ogden's first Friday art stroll, and arts nonprofit Ogden First, this is Van Sessions, a podcast where musicians cram in a van and play live acoustic sets. Find Van Sessions on YouTube, iTunes, and Spotify. Rate and follow this podcast.
Welcome out to Van Sessions, where we play live music sets in a van beside the Monarch building. My name is R. Brandalong, alongside Todd at the top. We are the Banyan Collective. Hey, helping out tonight, thank you so much, Ian. He didn't want me to mention his name because he's only kind of producing, but he's actually helping out a lot. So thanks, Ian. I appreciate it. All right, tonight's show is being recorded live as a podcast on iTunes and Spotify. Just simply search Van Sessions. Find all other Banyan Collective produced podcasts, including the Ogden Outdoor Adventure Show, literally, and the new Nine Rails Arts podcast by simply searching the Banyan Collective on iTunes or your favorite podcast app. Share the love tonight. Tag Van Sessions, hashtag Ogden Arts, or hit us at the Banyan Collective or at Van Sessions in your social media posts. All right, up now on Van Sessions, debuting their new album, Ain't No Good Thing Ever Dies. This is Carrie Myers with The Proper Way.
Well, there's one kind of favor I'll ask of you. There's one kind of favor I'll ask of you. Just one kind of favor I'll ask of you. Would you see my greatest gift? And there's two white horses following. Two white horses following me. It's two white horses following me, waiting on my baby. Did you ever hear that coughing sound? Did you ever hear that coughing sound? Did you ever that coughing sound? That means another cowboy's under. Did you ever hear them church bells toll? Did you ever hear them church bells toll? Did you ever hear them church bells toll? That means another cowboy's dead and gone. And my heart stopped beating and my hands turned cold. My heart stopped beating and my hands turned cold. My heart stopped beating and my hands turned cold. Now I believe in the Bible. Well, there's one last favor I'll ask of you. One last favor I'll ask of you. There's one last favor I'll ask of you. Would you see that my greatest gift?
Yeah.
Thank y'all.
Proper Way. Proper Way with Carrie Myers and special guest tonight, Ryan Hawthorne.
No,
Thanks
Ryan
everyone for coming
Hawthorne
out.
is the proper way, man.
Oh, that's true. That's true. He's been like sucked into and is now part of The Proper Way. So welcome to the band tonight, right?
Thank y'all.
Okay, brand new album, Ain't No Good Thing Ever Dies. You're in the making, is that right?
About a year in the making, yeah?
And-
When did you sing that first song?
June.
June?
June, yep.
So it was a full year in the making, yeah.
Full year, yeah, year
plus.
And it was just released in October. It is now available everywhere. iTunes.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Including in that box.
Yes. CD's available tonight, ladies and gentlemen. So I don't know who you buy them through, but come up here.
Come buy them right here.
You can buy them right here. Stickers, looks like shirts, and CDs. So talk to me about that first song. And did you write that, Carrie? No?
No, we didn't write any of these songs.
Yeah,
This
okay.
is all a Tom Waits, Bob Dylan
Okay.
cover
Okay.
album.
Cover album.
Little project.
And Tom Dylan. Yeah.
Dylan Waits.
Dylan Waits.
Dylan Waits. He's the best.
Bob and Tom.
Yeah. So how did you choose the songs that you wanted to cover for the album?
I remember it starting as she wanted to sing "Come On Up to the House,"
Yeah.
and we just played around with it. And as soon as we finished that song, I think we all looked at each other and went, "I think we got something here.
Yeah.
We should maybe do another one." And then that led to another, and before we knew it, there we were.
And then there was a lot of driving to gigs with me and Shane where we would listen to like the entire catalog of Bob Dylan
And Tom Waits.
and Tom Waits, just like on a loop. And like, I mean, because we spent a lot of time in the car driving, and so it just was a process of like whittling that down to like 20 songs or something like that, and then sending Carrie a list of songs to think about and listen to. And
But then
whittling.
Carrie would come in with total surprises.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
she's like, "I want to do this one." We're like, "I've never even heard that one." Even our Deepest Dive, I haven't heard that one. So these aren't just straight up. You're not gonna hear like a Rolling Stone and the real popular stuff. These are some pretty obscure covers that these guys wrote.
And that was pretty deliberate too. Like we didn't
Right,
want to
right.
cover the stuff that's super popular.
Right. All right, let's introduce this next song, and when we come back, I want to talk about the proper way when and how you merged Carrie into the album.
Okay. So now that we're into November, we can officially play a Christmas song, right?
I'll allow it.
Yeah. No, listen up. Before you boo me, I want you to hear this out. This is like the greatest Christmas song ever written right here. It's called "Christmas Card from a Hooker in Minneapolis."
Charlie, I'm pregnant, living on 9th Street, right above a dirty bookstore, Euclid Avenue. Stop taking dope, and I quit drinking whiskey. The old man plays a trombone, works out at the track, says that he loves me, even though it's not his baby, says that he'll raise him up like he would his own son. He gave me a ring that was worn by his mother, and he takes me out dancing every Saturday night. Hey Charlie, I think about you every time I pass the filling station. Count of all the grease you used to wear in your hair, and I still have that record, Little Anthony, the Imperials, but someone stole my record player. How do you like that?
That was the whole joke where you just learned the songs the day before, right?
Yeah. No, we sometimes do.
Yeah.
Most of these songs you're going to hear tonight, we haven't played since we recorded them. We got together for 2 hours this afternoon and tightened them back up because we played them once for the record that you can buy here tonight, and then we kind of walked away and we all do our own thing for a minute, and now we were like, oh, we got to figure these songs out.
Yeah, they've never been performed live. Like we've never. Only one track on the album was actually live.
Yeah.
But the rest of them are all piecemeal.
Just so you know, this is the first time they played any of these songs live for everyone here tonight. So
You guys are getting a treat tonight. First time live.
So we had Carrie on Van Sessions, and we didn't know who she was. And after the set, we were like, well, holy crap, she's good.
Oh, thanks, Gar.
Pretty much what everybody says in the
Yeah. So when did you decide, you know what, we should probably team up with Carrie and
Do
play
you
some
mean when
songs?
did I steal this band? I kind of just
So
showed
that's
up
the
one
way
day
it
and I'm like,
was?
this is my project now.
I like it. So what Carrie wants, Carrie gets.
Amen,
sort
yeah.
of thing.
That's how it works, right?
I like it. How was it? I mean, it was before the album started. You were playing and doing
Yeah,
stuff together,
so
right?
Scott would always have me come do obscure covers, anything he wanted, just be like, hey, let's do this song. And then eventually we just started doing Bob Dylan, Tom Waits stuff and kind of just progressed from there.
Yeah.
Happy little accident.
It was like Carrie would come over. I had a little studio in my basement, and Carrie would come over and record. And the deal was that like she recorded whatever she wanted to do, but I had to get one cover out of her.
Yeah.
And so whether it was like Royals on the banjo, or what was it?
Coming in the Air Tonight, Phil Collins.
Yeah, the In the Air Tonight, the Phil Collins song, and we did the theme song from All in the Family.
That's a beautiful version of that song.
Yeah.
You need to find that.
That's
it's
actually
out there.
that's on my CD.
It's on Scott's CD. If you haven't heard that version of that song, I think you guys should maybe just do it. You should just bust it
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
Let's shake it up and insert it. You want to do it?
Oh, I don't
Yeah,
know
you want to do it now?
I don't know what
Oh,
Carrie
she
would have
doesn't
to
know
look
it.
up the lyrics.
Neither one of us knows it well.
It's one of
Neither
those.
of you knows
It's
it.
another one of those songs you like know it is long enough to record it and then you just let it go. So
Yeah.
The way Glenn Miller plays.
But Carrie, I thought because the last time you were on, you were sort of like, well, I'm going to take a break, and
She did.
I did.
Yeah. So there was a break, and then you were recording in Scott's basement.
Yeah, these guys kind of pulled me back into the music scene. It was like, it's boring
thank
playing
God.
by myself, right?
thank
Yeah.
you all.
Seriously.
You're welcome, world. You're welcome, world.
All right, hit us with another one here.
All right. So yeah, this was the first one we recorded that started this whole project out. Like I said, Carrie just wanted to do it, and I'm always up for doing a Tom Waits song. So
Is this the one that we have the video of the actual take? Yeah, there's a YouTube video on our YouTube channel of Carrie's vocal take.
she got this thing in one take, and I was with my iPhone. I recorded the whole thing and caught her, and we posted it, so you can find that out there. It's on YouTube. It's on Face Trot and whatever. I don't know what all of them are.
Facegram. Hang on, my 100-year-old banjos.
We're going to
Being
tune
on.
the banjo. We tune because we care. And it does take a village to tune a banjo, and this is our stage banter. No, so this is what started this whole project off, was this little song right here.
Well, the moon is broken and the sky is gray. Come on up to the house. The only things that you can see is all that you lack. Come on up to the house. And all your crying don't do no good. Come on up to the house. Come down off the cross. We could use the wood. Come on up to the house. Come on up to the house. Come on up to the house. The world is not my home. I'm just passing through. Come on up to the house. There's no light in the tunnel, no irons in the fire. Come on up to the house. Oh, you're singing lead soprano in a drunk man's choir. Come on up to the house. Does life seem nasty, brutish, and short? Come on up to the house. Oh, the seas I There's nothing in the world that you can do. Come on up to the house. You've been whipped by the forces that are inside you. Come on up to the house. You're high on top of your mountain. Whoa, come on up to the house. Oh, you know you should surrender, but you can't let go. Come on up to the house. Come on up to the house. Come on up to the house. The world is not my home, I'm just passing through. Come on up to the house. The world is not my home, I'm just passing through. Come on up to the house.
Nice.
Thank y'all.
Carrie, I think we're bringing you a speaking mic.
Oh, crap.
So you can
yeah.
trade off when it's talking time. Yeah. So the Proper Way recently acquired a new member like 20 minutes ago. So, so how long have you had Ryan in the band then, huh?
You know, here's the story behind the Proper Way, and I've added meaning to it as we've gone along, because I don't know if you know the history of our name. Scott and I got booked to play in Tahoe as a duo, and the promoter that booked us called Scott back and said, yeah, we don't want to just book two names. It can't just be Scott and Shane. We got a million of those. You got a name for your duo. And Scott happened to be driving by the billboard for disposing of your prescription drugs the proper way. And so Scott looked at the billboard and he said, yeah, we're called the Proper Way. Right? So that's the genesis of the name. But since then, I've ascribed this meaning to it. It's like the proper way is however a song is played at that moment. Because we love the interaction and live music and feeding off of each other and just playing it how we feel it. And that's the proper way we think to play music. And so as we recorded, we found the proper way was to tap a drummer halfway across the country to send us a track and a trumpet player to send us some horns.
Yeah,
and then we're like, Ryan is the proper thing for this song. So he is automatically just the proper way now.
You're cruising through that. That's true. Like the songs that you recorded on the album, some of this stuff was not recorded in town. It was sent to you, right?
Yeah, I'll let Scott address that.
Yeah. Some of it was a horn player friend of mine in Richmond, Virginia, and so he did the horns on "Meet Me in the Morning."
Okay, but wait, get this. He says a friend of mine in West Virginia. Have you ever seen this guy's face?
No, I've never met him.
We've never met this guy.
Me and this guy. The only reason we know each other is that when that TV show Lost came on, I had some server space and I set up a wiki on it, and we could keep track. So me and my friends could keep track of stuff, and word got out, and it like the whole thing. And like me and this guy met because like he was a Lost nut. And,
so the horn player on this album is a fellow Lost fanatic that Scott knows from an online forum, but he found out he played horns, and now he's on the album, and that's the proper way to do it.
Yeah.
And then the drums, yeah, exactly right. And then the drums on Meet Me in the Morning are a friend of mine that I went to college with named Clinton Kirby. The horn player, by the way, his name is Tony Sita. But Clinton is an old friend of mine from college. He's a multi-instrumentalist, plays everything. And I was just like, hey, can you do me some drums on this? And like he sent them to me. Shane and I were coming back from a gig at Snowbird. And we were coming down the hill, and he like, you just message the stuff around. You don't even email it. Like it's all just sent over text message. And so
ones and zeros.
So we drove down from Snowbird listening to just the drums. Like just drums. There was no music on it.
Yeah.
And we came in a text message.
We were like, yeah, this sounds great. All
right. Got back to the studio and plugged it in, and now you've got Meet Me in the Morning.
Yeah.
So, that's fantastic. All right, next song.
We doing Oxford Town?
No, we're doing Pony.
I've seen it all, boys. I've been all over, been everywhere in the whole wide world. I rode the High Line with old blind Darby. I danced real slow without a chain. I was full of wonder when I left Murfreesboro. Now I'm full of hollow on Maxwell Street. And I hope my pony, I hope my pony, oh, I hope my pony knows the way back home. I walked from Natchez, Dutch Bikina. I built a fire by the side of the road. I worked for nothing, the Belzoni sawmill, and I caught a blinder on the B&O. Tallulah's friendly, Belzoni ain't so. 44 gets you 99. I hope my pony, oh, I hope my pony, oh, I hope my pony knows the way back I run my race with burn-faced Jane, and I gave him a man's indeed a cross, and I lived on nothing but dreams and drain smoke, and somehow my watch and chain got lost. And I wish I was home in Evelyn's kitchen with old Jib curled around my feet. And I hope my pony, oh, I hope my pony, oh, I hope my pony knows the way back home.
Saw a couple heroes in the audience holding these canopies down, so thank you so much. Appreciate it. Also want to thank Ogden City Arts and First Friday Art Stroll for the stroll and for helping make this happen. Also, thank you to Lucky Slice for, there's pizza over here. If you guys are hungry, grab some pizza. And a huge thanks to Rick Danger for bringing some Pepsi. We have some beverages. Yes. And then most importantly, thank you to the Monarch and Thane. And we put in a request, special request for a honey bucket. You're welcome.
You told us that was the VIP lounge,
that's
man.
The VIP. Yeah. So, yeah, and I saw it was getting used. So, yes, all night long, honey bucket. It's free.
Love it. I love that you point out people using the honey bucket. I'm sure they appreciate that.
I had to make sure it was getting used, you know. Oh, thanks so much. I think Pony is my current favorite on the album right now, actually. Yeah.
That's a good one. So that's why you see that Ryan is now the part of the proper way.
Right.
That song wouldn't be the same without Ryan in that song.
What didn't make it on the album, but what we have is me and Shane reacting to Ryan's take. And we can't, it's not fit for human consumption because there's a lot of swearing.
It's fit for human consumption, not minors.
That's true, yeah. But it's, we just lost our minds. It just was magical. And we were just like, oh my God.
That was, I think, 3 whiskeys in, right?
Yeah.
That was a 3 whiskey take. I had to quit drinking whiskey after that night.
You get better. Is that like bowling? You get better each whiskey shot that goes? Yeah.
For me, it's pool.
He noodled on it for a minute, then he'd take a sip of whiskey, and then he'd noodle, and he'd take a sip of whiskey, and after about 3, he's like, all right, we're ready to record this thing, boys. And we recorded it in one flat take, I think.
No, he took 3 takes, and the last one was the one that was it.
We started throwing expletives around the room.
And we were just like,
All right, so we have, 2 more for a proper way, and then we're going to do some...
We're mixing things. We can mix anything in anywhere you want to do it tonight.
Yeah. So... Next proper way song.
Well, since Pony is largely about Mississippi.
Scott's from Mississippi, by the way. Did y'all know that? Tupelo, Mississippi.
They let us out sometimes. They let us leave. Since Pony's about Mississippi, this is probably the most popular of the Dylan tunes.
Probably.
That we did. It's the only one that like on the album that somebody might have heard, I think, because I think most of the stuff's pretty obscure. So, but anyway, so I grew up in North Mississippi, so this next song is a subject near and dear to my heart since 2 of my family members were called up to protect James Meredith at Ole Miss.
Count us off.
You
count us off.
1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, wait.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're too low again.
Wait.
We're going to do that song again.
We keep forgetting the capo.
G, right?
Huh?
G, right?
It's an A.
No, it's not. It is?
It's an A.
All right. Oh, so it is. Start us off again.
It ain't got but 2 chords, man.
I get confused at this part.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oxford town, everybody's got their heads bowed down, sun don't shine above the ground. Ain't a going down to Oxford town. He went down to Oxford town, the guns and the clubs that fought him down, all because his face was brown. You better get away from Oxford town. Oxford town around the bend, he come to the door and he couldn't get in, all because of the color of his skin. What do you think about that, my friend? Oh, me and my gal's son, we got met with a tear gas bomb. I don't even know why we come, going back where we come from. Oxford town in the afternoon, everybody singing a sorrowful tune. 2 men died in the Mississippi moon. Somebody better investigate soon.
Nice.
Thank you, guys.
All right, what was the most difficult song on the album to record?
They were all pretty great.
Difficult's a weird question.
Well, yeah,
like,
and so
instrumentally or emotionally.
Well,
or what?
let's frame it then, because me being not a musician, I heard that covering other people's music is a bit of a puzzle sometimes to break down what exactly they're doing. Was there anyone that was one track that was a little trickier than another one?
I will say this. I think you say difficult, and my mind went to a bunch of different places. The very last song on the album, which we'll play here in a few minutes, was probably the roughest. It's 3 chords, but it's been recorded in one place and one place only, and that was when David Letterman was getting ready to go off the air. He invited his last guest that he had on. His very last guest was George Clooney, and his last musical guest was Tom Waits. And Tom Waits hadn't played live in probably 10 years, and he asked Tom Waits to come play for his last show. And so Tom Waits showed up. Not with just to play, but he wrote a song specifically for that show, for David Letterman. It's been recorded once, and that's the telecast of that show. And it doesn't exist really anywhere else. There's an English guy playing it on YouTube, I think we've heard, but that's about it. So trying to break that song down, because there's only one version of it, and it was played once, kind of roughly.
And our version sounds nothing like the original.
Yeah, and it was the very last song we recorded. It's the very last song on the album, so it was very emotional as well. I think we realized, okay, this is the last song. We're done after this. Mm-hmm. And Rick Danger, who's here taking pictures, who supplied the Pepsi tonight, he was there with us, and he captured a lot of that. And there was a lot of emotion on a stupid 3-chord song that is so wide open. It's probably the easiest instrumental song we play. But I would say that was the most difficult song we did.
Yeah, with a punch. Yeah.
I talk with my hands.
Rick did some fantastic photography work for you guys too. So
he really did.
He really did.
The black and whites that you see on social media, and I don't know if there's any on the inside of the album cover or not, but those are all from Rick right there. So thanks, Rick.
Yeah, thanks, Rick.
I mean, one other way to answer that question, like one of the things that's been so awesome about this whole project is that everything was kind of effortless. Like we would meet in the studio, and like I forget which song it was.
This is as rigid as I've ever seen Carrie right here.
Yeah.
She was normally like sunk into a leather sofa or a leather couch with her knees pulled up, and Scott would just kind of position the mic and Carrie.
That exact same microphone.
Yeah. I've never seen her actually have to sit upright like this. This is kind of cool.
But I mean, like I forget which song it was, Man with a Long Black Coat or Dark Eyes or something. Like we met at the studio at noon one day, and we had no idea what we were gonna do. And we met, we listened to some music, we decided on a song, we learned the song, then we came up with an arrangement of the song that we like, and we recorded it, and the one that's on the album, we were done by 4 o'clock.
Wow.
Like, it
took us a year to make this.
It took us a year to make that.
It took a couple days off.
It took us 4 hours to make one song, but it took us a year to make the album.
But I mean, one of the things working with these two, or these 3, or these 5, I guess, is that everybody's just a joy to work with, and so it makes it a lot of fun. So, let's not fall in the fire pit.
The other nice thing, too, is that the musicians that we're working with know immediately when they've screwed up a take, and they don't drag it all the way to the end of the song and say, can we do that again? Like, if Ryan misses a note, he's like, nope, start it over. If I miss a note, I'm like, I missed that, start it over. If Carrie doesn't get exactly what she wants on her vocal, she just knows immediately.
Wait, that happens?
Yeah.
I don't miss notes.
I don't think we have more than about 3 vocal takes on any song with her, though.
Yeah.
There was the one at the end of Pony. Carrie's having a really hard time with this one. All she had to do was go, ooh, and it just wasn't happening.
Couldn't do it.
And she was just like, what the hell's going on? This is weird. And she texted me the next day, and she's like, I'm sick as a dog.
I got pneumonia the next day. I was like, that makes sense why I couldn't sing at all like that at all.
But when the musicians you're working with can hear what they're doing and can like hear what they sound like and know what they're looking for and know when it's not happening, everything goes much faster. Because you don't have to massage egos, and you don't have to. It's just like, nope, that's not. Nope.
So, all right, lead us into the next song.
So this is another Tom Waits song, and I can't speak for Scott or Carrie. This was an emotional one for me because about the time we were recording it, my dad's best friend was passing away, and my dad passed away just a few months later. And this was an amazing song. I was listening to this song on just total repeat loop the whole time, and so I loved when Carrie decided she wanted to sing it too.
Y'all didn't know there was going to be a ride, did you? Carrie played this. Was this the one that you sat on the couch next to my mother?
No, that was Pony.
Was it Pony?
No, that was Pony. Because
my mother,
Beulah, right?
Yeah. My mother's this like choir person, organist, piano teacher, and she had always just kind of loved Carrie's voice. And then she was there for tracking on one song, and she just sat there on the couch next to Carrie, like while Carrie just like does her thing and just sings the song, and my mother's just like literally jaw. She's like, it's just so effortless. Yep.
Doing it?
Yeah, let's play this song by Tom Waits.
It's out of tune.
Carrie tunes because she cares.
We're going to let Carrie tune. We're going to give you some of our Proper Ways famous stage banter.
See?
There we go.
Yeah.
Phones off the hook. No one knows where we are. It's a long time since I drank champagne. The ocean is blue as your eyes. I'm gonna take it with me when I go. Old, long since gone, way back when we lived in Coney Island. Ain't no good thing ever dies. I'm gonna take it with me when I go. And far, far away, a train whistle blows. Wherever you're going, wherever you be, waving goodbye at the end of a day. You're up and you're over, you're far away. Always for you, forever yours. It felt just like the old days. We fell asleep on this porch. I'm gonna take it with me when I go. All broken down by the side of the road. I was never more alive or alone. I've worn the faces of all of the cars. I'm gonna take it with me when I go. And children are playing at the end of a day, and strangers are singing all alone. There's gotta be more than flesh and bone. Know that your love is all your own. In a land, there's a town. In the town, there's a house. And in that house, there's a man. And in that man, there's a heart I love. I'm gonna take it with me when I go.
Did I screw that up or did you screw that up? Was that you? That's Carrie Myers, you guys.
Ain't she great?
Wow.
It's pretty easy to get lost when you're with Carrie Myers. You just kind of close your eyes and drift away on it, and you're just like, wait, where are we? What are we doing?
Oh yeah, we just screwed up that song because we were listening to her.
Yeah, I get so lost.
We totally did not play that right because we were listening to her.
I'm just like, listen to this beautiful music. I'm like, wait, I'm supposed to be playing this music. I don't know where I am.
Yep, there was a little thing at the end of the song that we just didn't do because
Skipped it.
Listening to Carrie.
Oh my gosh, I love it. Carrie, you're going to do a couple solos tonight, right? Some of your own songs?
Yes.
Do one now.
Yeah, let's do one now.
Let's get it.
Oh, you're good. Oh, what's not?
My uke's not hooked up.
Oh, the
yet.
uke is not hooked up.
Let's hook your uke up.
We can chat while they hook up.
We
the
got
uke.
to hook up a uke. Yeah.
Yeah. It's got to go down.
Shane, congratulations on your award last night.
You too, my friend. You too. And where's Todd?
I don't know where.
Oh, there's Todd.
Where'd Todd go?
Behind the scenes,
Oh,
Todd.
right
Hey,
there.
we haven't heard Todd talk much tonight.
Hello. I think this is a good time for me to talk. This is the banter part, I think. Yeah. This is what I'm best at. And so,
It's your specialty.
anyway, thank you all for coming. I think it was the song. I think it was seeing all the friends. But it's a little emotional tonight. This is kind of nice. So, this band session started very small, very scrappy. It's still very scrappy. Yeah, one mic band session. It's kind of growing. So, for everybody that's been coming through the years, thank you so much. Couldn't be happier up in this new location up at the Monarch. I think it's going to be a really great spot. But a big part of it comes with these guys right here. So they've been there for us for years.
You guys know how to throw a party. It's pretty easy.
We have a good time, don't we?
Yes, you do.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you so much for coming, you guys. We'll keep this going. We might even be able to keep this going year round. Meaning the coldest of the months. I don't know if we can disclose everything about that, right away. But let's just say we may know somebody who knows somebody that's a place that might be able to take a van inside. So that's kind of the idea. And so usually we take off a few months, the coldest months. And so I think we'll all be warm in January. So is y'all plugged in?
No, yeah, she's getting. We're just dialing her. Keep talking.
Should we do Lonely People? Eleanor Rigby?
Sure.
We need palm trees inside. Like a dusting of sand.
No,
We'll
let's
take
do,
requests.
Let's do Oregon.
Okay, you want it?
Coconuts, hula skirts. I'm down for all of that. I think that sounds like actually a really, really good idea. As long as we still got the van.
It's G. It's a G, D, and E minor. This is also.
And as always, those of you guys that come repeatedly, kind of a word of mouth situation. We don't really hunt down the musicians too much. They kind of come to us. And so somebody who knows somebody that should be playing in this van, the list is gotten quite long.
We're going full Floyd.
Carrie's been in the van a few times. I think two,
Wait,
three
that
times.
sounded weird,
2-3
man.
times.
That really sounded weird.
It will always sound
Carrie's
weird.
been in the van a few times.
I like creepy bands.
I don't think that'll ever change. It will always sound weird. Do you guys, who remember? Okay, I don't know if anybody remembers. So the very first ones that we used to do, we used to keep see how the doors are opened up like that? We used to keep those doors full of candy. No joke. To play up the whole creepiness of it, yeah. There might be some old, like 2, 3, 4-year-old candy right
I'll
there.
go
at the
dig it in
bottom
a
of that,
minute.
Yeah.
We ready?
Yeah, so the newest member of The Proper Way heard this song for the first time about an hour ago.
Yep. We'll see how it goes. It's all right. It sucks anyway.
Just play Purple Haze on top of it.
Oh, the time is running out. My lungs turn into sand as I breathe in. I'm sinking faster than I swim. The bones beneath my breast are collapsing. And I can't always follow through, but I'll fall through my walls to be with you. Taking all your consequences too. But I can't find the time to run to you. And Oregon is calling me. I think I was born for running past all this morality. When I'm still, my heart is thumping. Oregon is calling me. I think I was born for running. I'll run until I'm in Oregon. No sign of an exit wound. I guess Utah is coming with me. I'll break my own heart to mend it with the North Pacific trees. I'm cold, condescending, think that I'd fit perfectly. You are bold with condensation pouring down your evergreens. Oregon is calling me. I think I was born for running. Leave you here without me. Don't be sad, I love you, darling. Oregon is calling me. I think I was born for running. I'll run until I'm in Oregon. Oregon, Oregon, over again. Oregon, Oregon, over again. Oregon, Oregon, over again. Oregon, over again. Oregon, over again. Now Oregon is calling me. I think I was born for running past all this morality. When I'm still, my heart is thumping. Oregon is calling me. I think I was born for running. I'll run until I'm in Oregon. Oregon, Oregon, over again. Oregon, Oregon, over again. Oregon, Oregon, over again. Oregon, over again, Oregon, Oregon is calling me. I think I was born for running past all this morality. And when I'm still, my heart, it's thumping. Oregon, you're calling me. I think I was born to run, run, run.
Carrie Myers.
Ain't that spectacular?
Thanks, everybody.
I think that was spectacular. Okay, so I got to tell a quick little Carrie Myers story. So
Please do.
So at the Van Sessions, as you probably know, we don't censor the artists, right? And so for the most part, it's more or less an all ages, situation. But I think it was Carrie
Probably.
that this is also recorded as a podcast, and we're on the podcast. It's explicit lyric, like you have to choose explicit lyrics or family. Or something. I think we chose explicit because of Carrie. So thank you. Yeah. Like there's a song that is just exclusively it's one F word, and I believe that's
There's
the whole
probably
song.
like 40
Yeah,
upwards
exactly.
in that song. Yeah.
Brilliant musician, but just be warned. I'm sure you all know this if you see Carrie perform, but I just had to mention
Not
that.
family
So
safe.
thank you for that. Yeah, just your kids are gonna learn a word or two. That's what I'm saying too. Yeah.
Also, because on episode 6 of the 9 Rails Arts podcast, we featured that song by Carrie Myers, when she sang it a year or two ago in Van Sessions, and she let in with it that she wrote this song because she wanted to get the hell out of Utah. So we're glad she's still here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still here. Have not escaped.
We also chose that song because I really like this other song that she played, and there was 17 too many F words, so I couldn't. We had to scale it back a little, but so we chose Oregon, which is beautiful. Yeah.
Good choice.
Do you have a second one?
Yeah, we were actually going to do a Beatles cover just for
Yeah. Sure.
shits
Right on.
and giggles.
And she just cussed. I'm gonna warn you, there's a chord in this song that none of us know what it is.
None of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just kind of like.
Oh, look at all the lonely people. Eleanor Rigby picks up the rice in a church where a wedding has been. She lives in a dream, waits at the window, wearing a face that she keeps in a jar by the door. Who is it for all the lonely people? Where do they all come from? But all the lonely people, where do they all belong? Oh, look at all lonely people. Oh, look at all lonely people. Father Mackenzie writing the words to a sermon that no one will hear. As no one comes near, look at him working, donning his socks in the night when there's nobody there. What does he care? All the lonely people, do they all come from? But all the lonely people, do they all belong? Oh, get all lonely people. Oh, get all lonely people. Oh. Eleanor Rigby, she died in the church and was buried along with her name. Nobody came. Father Mackenzie wiping the dirt from his hands as he walks from a grave. And no one was saved. All the lonely people, where do they all come from? But all the lonely people, where do they all belong? Oh, look at all lonely people. Oh, look at all the lonely people.
Nice.
You should know that when Shane and I
do
play
wanna say-
alone, when Shane and I play as a duo, it's always exclusively request only. So we just kind of play whatever people want to hear. We'll learn stuff on the spot sometimes.
Kind of like that last song.
Yeah, kind of like that last song.
Yeah. Favorite song to play?
Right now, it's "Do You Believe in Life After Love" by
I think
Cher.
we should hear that song.
I think,
Oh, snap.
I think
yeah.
we need to hear Carrie Myers' favorite song at the moment.
All right.
and I think we should back her up.
I think
Completely
we-
unrehearsed.
You guys don't know what's going
Unrehearsed.
on.
Give us
I
the
don't know
key.
what's going on. I haven't played this song in a minute, but we'll do it.
Nice. Good request.
It's F sharp minor 7. That's the key, right?
Sure. It's like, let's see if I can even remember how to play it.
That's F.
Yeah.
It's an F.
It's kind of like Landslide.
Okay.
This is unrehearsed. We're just gonna try.
No matter how hard I try, you keep pushing me aside, and I can't break through. There's no talking to you. It's so sad that you're leaving. I need time to believe it. And after all is said and done, you're gonna be the lonely one. Whoa, do you believe in life after love, after love, after love, after love? I can feel something inside of me say, I really don't think you're strong enough. No, do you believe in life after love, after love, after love, after love? I can feel something inside of me say, oh, I really don't think that you're strong enough. No.
It's a D minor. It's a D minor.
What am I supposed to do?
That's A minor.
Sit around and wait for you? Well, I can't do that. And there's no turning back. I need on to feel on. I don't know words. Need love to feel strong. And after all is said and through, maybe I'm too good for you. Oh, do you believe in life after love, after love, after love, after love? I can feel something inside of me say, oh, I really don't think that you're strong enough. No. Do you believe in life after love, after love, after love, after love? Can feel something inside of me say, oh, I really don't think that you're strong. And I know that I'll get through this, 'cause I know that I'll be strong. I don't need you anymore. I don't need you anymore. I don't need you anymore. And I don't need you anymore. Do you believe in life after love, inside of me say, I really don't think you're strong.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, everyone, for hanging out in
Sharing my
the wind.
feelings.
Ryan, you have something on your own?
We doing one last look?
Yeah, we gotta do one last look.
Yeah.
One last look.
I will play that.
On the banjo, probably.
Yeah.
So this is that last song we were telling you about. It's the very last song on the album. It's probably the most emotional one. And then we brought Ryan in to record or to rehearse for tonight, and we realized we're just gonna go back and record the whole album again and just call it This Time with Ryan. Because every song he's sitting in with is just making it 10 times better now. Oh, of course he is. Are you gonna just sing this? All right, so this is the very last song on the album. This is the one that we kind of anguished to finish, and
I hear the drums echo.
Stop it.
this is what Scott
What
does.
have you done?
We're just all going to take a break while Scott fiddles on the guitar.
She's coming in 12:30 flight. That is the
Before she's waiting
so.
there for you.
So one thing about that song, that is probably the dumbest song that's ever been written, ever, just lyrically. And I read this review of a Toto album, like in like Stereo Review or something, like in the late '80s. And they said if they weren't such phenomenal musicians, Toto would be the worst band in the world. It's just like, oh.
So this is that song we were telling you about. It was written for David Letterman's last show. It's the very last song that we put on the album.
Were you K-Pop?
There we go.
Yeah, there we go.
Let's watch the sun come up in another town. Draw your luck a little further down. Leave the cards on the table and the bread on the plate. Put your hand on the gift shift and your foot off the brake, and take one last look at the place that you are leaving. Take one last look, oh, take one last look at the place that you are leaving. Take one last look. And I beg for something with Carrie. The arrow points the way across the waving prairie. This car looks like it could give us a good run. Oh, choice to leave is a good one. And take one last look at the place you are leaving. Take one last look, oh, take one last look at the place you are leaving. Take one last look. Oh, take one last look. Take one last Let's look forward to the lights that are new. Oh, the world is a ribbon of road for you. All the towns, they have churches, tire shops. They'll put up speed limit signs. They hire but I love to see the wind in your hair. All we ever need, we can get anywhere. And take one last look at the place that you are living. Take one last look. Oh, take one last look at the place that you are leaving. Take one last and take one last look at the place that you are living. Take one last look. Oh, take one last look at the place that you are living. Take one last look. Oh, take one last
It's Carrie
So
Myers,
good.
y'all.
Carrie Myers in the Proper Way. Should mention the Proper Way is the Nine Rails Arts Podcast house band. So anytime you want to listen to the Nine Rails Arts Podcast, you may hear the Proper Way. They have albums here tonight. Thanks everyone for coming out, and please support the Proper Way. Buy an album. Also download on Spotify and iTunes. We're going to wrap it as far as the podcast goes. If you're supportive, they may play some more music. But let me, for the podcast purposes, wrap this up. Do want to thank everyone again for coming out, and then
Yes, thank you.
Yep, and then
Thanks,
our
everybody.
people who are fans who are holding down the canopies. Thanks a ton. This is recorded as a podcast, so you can check it out on iTunes and Spotify by searching Van Sessions. Huge thank you to Ian White behind the scenes in the van for producing tonight's show. Also check out Miniature Planets on Spotify and be sure to give them a follow. And we'll see you next month. Thanks everyone. We're out.